The Joe Rogan Experience.
Don, how did you? When did you started out? Was like UFC 8? Was that your first fight?
No, it was first in UFC. I fought before.
UFC.
Yeah,
you fought boxing and kickboxing before that, right?
No kickboxing.
No kickboxing.
I did boxing. I think I had 8 fights, and I think I was 2-6 or 2-5-1. I don't know, because I fought my first 2 as Don Frye, and I won those. And then I had an argument with my trainer, and so we split. And then I fought under JR
Why'd you change your name?
Well, that was my name growing up as junior, so JR. Oh. And that's how I was in, junior high school. And then, when my dad and mom called me, and then I think I changed my name because of contractual, things.
Oh, you had some deal with the manager where you had to,
right.
There's a lot of those sneaky deals, huh?
Yeah, but that was more with the trainer. And, I don't know if that was because they were really good guys. Art Martori was my money guy who, the 2 Munoz, Mike Munoz and his father Al, brought me to Art. Art wrestled at ASU back in the late 60s, and Art, he's a billionaire, and so he was interested, and he basically funds ASU wrestling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Out of his pocket, yeah. And he's done so much for amateur wrestling in the U.S. He's like the top dog, because he used to have what's called Sun-Kissed wrestling team. And so that was his baby, and he steamrolled that. And then, like I said, the Munoz brothers, or Mike and his dad, took me to Art. Art said, all right, let's give it a shot. After he called, the coach at Okie State, Jose, to double check on me,
So did you started out wrestling? Did you wrestle as a young boy?
No, sir.
When did you start wrestling?
As a freshman in high school.
And then when did you box?
When I got out of college.
Oh, so most of it was, that's fairly late in life to box, right?
Oh, yeah. That's why I was 2-6.
So when did you hear about the UFC?
I was a fireman, Like I said, did the boxing, and then got out and started doing odd jobs for, a year and a half. And then my wife at that time, we had a couple horses, and being a college wrestler, you got a bit of an ego on you. So I look at, well, hell, I could do that. So started going around with a farrier named Stoney Newfang, and then Stoney got me interested. Then I got tired of that. Wasn't really making any good money, but for the time, he's giving me $5 a horse, teach me, to pull the shoes, shape the shoe, and all that good stuff. Well, he did the technical work on the hooves. And then I said, somebody told me about being a fireman, about, working 10 days a month, and had a rest. Right. So, hell, that's a job for me, 10 days a month, I can do that.
You're doing the 24-hour shifts?
Yeah.
You stay there at the firehouse? Yeah.
Yeah, so I got on the phone, called up all the cities in the state of Arizona. Nobody was hiring. So I called up Santa Fe, New Mexico. They said, yeah, we're going to run a test. And so I went over there and tested and passed the test. And then I went to my buddy, Jerry Packenpaw. He's the guy who got me into wrestling when I was in high school. Can I borrow your lighter, please?
Yeah. There you go. There you go. I'll leave that over there for you.
Thank you, sir. Bring your man. And so then I went and stayed at Jerry's house in Santa Fe, and I went through their, I think it was like a 6-month or more academy,
In the fire department?
Yeah.
Really? 6 months?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a hell of an academy. It really was.
And so from there, you thought about fighting?
No, I had already fought.
No, but I mean in the UFC.
Oh, no. From there, we were there a year and a half. Couldn't afford to live there. You know, either in Santa Fe, you're either real rich or real poor. You know, this was 30 years ago, so
Right.
I don't know how it is now. But
Probably similar.
probably like the whole country now, right?
Yeah. It's supposed to be nice, though, Santa Fe. A lot of friends from there.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
You never been?
No, never been.
Oh, you gotta go.
I don't even think I've been to New Mexico except driving through once.
Really?
Yeah.
Where'd you drive through at?
I was a kid. I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't. Obviously, you haven't gotten to see John Jones in it.
No, Jackson Winklejohn. I want to go down there and check out the gym, though.
How come you haven't?
Just a busy man, Don Frye. Just a busy man. So when you first heard about the UFC, so you were a firefighter then, or
Well,
you hadn't
back to the
Yeah.
You know, like I said, we were in Santa Fe for a year and a half, and then couldn't afford to live there, and so I got on the phone and said, "Well, shit, you know, we still had horses." And still paying farrier, so well, shit, I could do that. So I found Oklahoma horseshoeing school in Okie City, and so I moved my wife back home to my parents' house, you know, and I went to Oklahoma horseshoeing school for their 12-week program.
oh wow,
And so I did that, and then when I came back to Arizona, Sierra Vista, hooked up with a guy named this is gonna Tyler Basinger. Tyler's a magician, is a farrier, just a magician. And he paid me $5 a horse, you know, and fed me lunch. And, and you know, so I was learning how to shoe horses from him, you know, doing an apprenticeship, starting my own business. I got on as a firefighter reserve, you know, a place called Frye Fire Department, you know, FRY, no relation. The old man had an outpost store outside of Fort Huachuca, you know, 150 years ago, and also a whorehouse. You know?
this is like old school Western shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so then I had sometime I worked at a psych facility too, you know.
A site facility?
Psychological.
Oh,
yeah.
psychological facility?
Yeah.
What'd you do there? Like restrain patients?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's harder, horseshoeing or restraining patients?
Horseshoeing, and I broke a kid's arm, so you know, just a headlock. You know, they did a breakout where, you know, 20 or 30 of them run off, and then you got to herd them back in. And
Really?
Well, yeah, and a couple of them act out, and one of the guys had the kid restrained he had him from behind, had his arms pinned. Kid started slamming his head into his
Jesus.
face. So I just walked up to the headlock, and we landed, snapped his arm.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that kind of put a damper on things.
Yeah. Was that the end of your restraining patients?
Yeah, that was in the end of that career.
So how does it make its way to the UFC? Do you remember when you found out about the UFC?
Yeah, then I think that was still a year or two before.
So this is like 92, something like that?
Yeah, and then I started doing judo, you know, because I needed something to do, you know.
Right.
You know, you're 22, 24 years old, you used to be a college athlete, you know, you still walk around with an erection, you know.
Right. I understand.
And so I started doing judo and advanced really quickly in that. And, so then I got on the Bisbee Fire Department in 94.
Bisbee,
92.
Arizona?
Yeah.
Shout out to Doug Stanhope. He's the king of
92.
Bisbee.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
I met him one time.
Did you?
Yeah, at the airport.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he says, "You're a firefighter." I used to be. This was probably 15, 18 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, where the hell are we now?
So you were talking about when you first heard
90.
about the UFC.
Yeah, 92 I got on with the Bisbee Fire.
Right.
And then we were sitting there watching something on TV and saw Dan, clip of Dan.
Dan Severn?
And then he was doing some kind of bodyguard work for Robin from who's a radio guy in New York
Robin
City.
Quivers?
Yeah,
Howard Stern?
Right.
Oh, really? No shit.
In his gray T-shirt. Yeah.
Wow.
Everybody's in suits and Dan's in his gray T-shirt. And so then we saw Dan fight. And I called him up. I said, fuck. I said, Dan, this is Don Frye. Remember me? He goes, yeah, what are you doing, Don? I was just playing fireman, playing horseshoer, I was just, I said, this UFC stuff, can you get me in on it? And he says, yeah. So he ended up getting me some fights, probably about 5 or 6 fights, around the country. And, the check's still in the mail.
Was this pre-UFC?
Yeah.
Oh, so you fought MMA before the UFC?
Oh, it was warehouse fighting. Yeah. It was MMA. It was an HP.
Right. So, NHP is what they called it back then. Yeah, no holds barred.
Right.
Yeah. So you wear shoes, you do whatever you want.
Yeah,
was
you
it
do
bare
whatever
knuckle?
you want. Yeah.
In your day, and even in the UFC 8, you were still allowed to fight bare knuckle.
Yeah. But I wore gloves because I hit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
smart.
Gloves aren't made to protect your face.
Right.
They're made to protect my hands.
Who was the
So I
first
hit
guy to
harder.
wear gloves in the UFC?
Tank.
Was it Tank? Yeah. Smart. Smart move.
He hits hard.
He hits hard. Yeah. Holy shit, I remember your fight with Tank. What a fucking fight that was. My God.
And it didn't make top 10 of the 1-round fights.
Oh, I have no idea why it doesn't. Well, it's because there's so many great fights. It's arbitrary who makes top 10, but I think it should have been in there. That was a classic.
But nobody knows. Nobody knows anything about UFC 100 and Be a War.
Oh, I do.
Well, you do, Joe. You're a student, and you were there.
I was there.
But the new fans.
Yeah, they should go back because that's the history of the sport. Catch new episodes of the Joe Rogan Experience for free only on Spotify. Watch back catalog JRE videos on Spotify, including clips. Easily, seamlessly switch between video and audio experience. On Spotify, you can listen to the JRE in the background while using other apps and can download episodes to save on data cost, all for free. Spotify is absolutely free. You don't have to have a premium account to watch new JRE episodes. You just need to search for the JRE on your Spotify app. Go to Spotify now to get this full episode of the Joe Rogan Experience.